The problem is sometimes the best advice doesn't really work out. So what I mean by that is in the marketing world, there's a lot of quote unquote like best practices, particularly when it comes to ads, conversion rates. So for example, there's basically a template that folks follow when it comes to building landing pages. And when you follow this template, you're supposed to get a higher conversion rate. These are things that have been tested and tested and tested. And one thing that I noticed is I was looking at some accounts that we've put together, and I noticed that for one landing page, we were able to get a 37% conversion rate. And like, this is absolutely absurd. But what was even crazier about it is that it broke all the rules. What I mean by that is if you were to talk to like a person who quote unquote knows conversion rate optimization, who like knows how to build landing pages, they would have said like, this is completely wrong. You actually need to have this section over here and this other section over here. But that wouldn't have produced the result. And what's really actually kind of ironic is that I followed some of those people's advice. I followed best practices and I moved things where they're supposed to be, and conversion rates actually got worse. So I think that there's two huge lessons here, and really like this is about when it comes to marketing, you really need to test. Otherwise, you're going to be losing a lot of money, and you need to measure your tests. Like that's like the really big thing, because unless you're measuring, you really don't know. You don't know like how well you're doing, and you also don't know like where the problem is occurring. If you're measuring, you can pinpoint whether the problem is at the ad level, you can pinpoint if the problem is at the landing page level, or if the problem is just with follow-up. But unless you're measuring absolutely everything, you really don't have any information to go on, and you have no real basis of making any decisions. So number one, test everything. Even if someone says like this is definitely the way to go, you have to always test multiple variations. And number two, always be measuring. Hope this has been valuable, guys.